So today I'm going to teach you guys how to build a stool. Here it is right here. It is very rustic, very simple to do. I'm just going to use a couple of tools like a draw knife, a tenon cutter, and a little bit of patience. I just took a nice square block. I'll throw plans on it to show you what the measurements are, and I'll shout out a couple while I'm actually making them. First, to get started, I'm actually going to take the square stock and make it round. Should be pretty simple. So if I want to be real shallow, I kind of keep it real flat like this. If I want to dig more, I actually twist it this way. So now on to cutting our tenon, and this is what we're trying to cut. Basically, we're sharpening a pencil. It's pretty simple. The tenon cutter has a stop at the very end, which won't let me go any further. You can mark it if you want, but me personally, I'd like to leave them long. Now you can see it has blades on it, so all you do, like you would a pencil, stick it over top and push. You can go as far as to grab a level, but because this is sort of handmade and rustic, I can kind of feel where the drill is. I just hold it nice and tight, pull the trigger. You can hear it bottom out, where I can't go anymore. And then that way, you know, now you have a perfect tenon. Voila. Now it's time to cut a slice in the top of the tenon with a handsaw. Bore some holes in the legs and top using a drill press and Forstner bit. And to get that angle, I tilt the base of the drill press to 5 degrees. That way I get that nice splayed leg. So now we're on to a little assembly. At this point, I'm just going to lightly hit all of my parts and make sure that they're all sanded nicely. The nice thing about these legs is that you can just take a piece of sandpaper and sort of run it down. And you're just softening the edges so that nothing will catch on your hands. So as far as glue up for this, it's relatively simple. I'm just using this Gorilla Glue, and basically this is a polyurethane glue, so you have to dampen the joint a little bit. I find that it holds really well, a little better than the standard tight bond for this application, because I like it because it's getting a lot of force. So just have to add the glue, I dampen the area, and then I pound it in. Moving right along, it's time to cut the tenons flush with the top using a flush cut saw. For the wedges, I set the miter saw to 2 degrees and use a little black walnut to make those little cuts. Now when you're wedging it together, make sure you put a little glue on that wedge as well. And what that does is that separates the tenon, thus locking the leg into the top. So now I'm on to cleaning up the tops. At this point, what I like to use are right here. This is basically a grinding, polishing flap disc. It's really nice because it allows me to take a lot of material out really quickly. And then I also like this one. This is a chainsaw blade. It's pretty gnarly and it comes in different amount of teeth, just like a circular saw blade. This one's really aggressive. What's nice is it helps me kind of scallop it out a lot quicker. Okay, so now we're on to finish. Now obviously you want to get out as much of the marks as you possibly can, get all the sanding, get in there and dig out all of your polyurethane glue. I stress about this point, trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to lacquer it, tung oil, Danish oil, all of those sort of things. And you know what? I don't know why this didn't occur to me sooner, but I'm just going to use a brie wax, and this is basically a tinted wax. It's like a shoe polish for wood, and you'll see very quickly it's very simple to apply and it's very forgiving. All I do is rub it right on, and why I used a little bit of a light brown is because I want this to look a little more aged. This isn't a reclaimed oak. It's newer, so therefore I want it to look a little older, and I feel like that wax finish makes it feel older. So you can see it goes on really simple, just like you'd apply shoe polish, and you can leave the wax in some of the grooves. to kind of darken it. You don't have to worry about brush strokes or anything like that. Just use a rag and you just rub it on, and instantaneously you can see a big difference. There it is, all finished stool. Very rustic, in my opinion, primitive, but serves a purpose. One thing I will say, with this stool, it's relatively simple. You just have to have some patience with the draw knife, with the grinders, with all the different discs. I did use a drill press at some points to make sure that this angle was perfect. You could use a hand drill. All of that said, it's a relatively simple process, but I think that when you see it all finished, it has a big impact. Every piece that I make, I sign on the bottom. It says Schoolhouse Woodworking. I brand it, and the reason is because I want to feel connected to my piece of furniture. I know it seems a little hippie-ish, but the reason why I love what I do is because I'm able to say, I built this, and I built all of these 4 stools. So hopefully you guys take a crack at this. If you have any questions, obviously shoot me an email. But I hope you tackle a project like this. It's pretty simple. If you like I said, just do it.